Well, you're welcome to stay to dinner. But you takes your chances. I'm on kitchen detail.
Oh, yeah? What's on the menu?
We hope to know once we taste it.
Okay, nothing from nothing.
Hey, there's a man with courage.
So what do you think about Boland? Do you think he's telling the truth about Edward?
I don't know that Boland tells the truth about anything, but if he has been in Frank's back pocket all this time without anybody any the wiser, you know, fill in the blanks.
Oh, sometimes I wonder if we'll ever really find out what happened to my father.
We will. If this due process thing fails to satisfy, we just find another way.
Sonny's out of town, and I thought you'd want to hear this.
It's all right, Harry. This is Justice Ward.
Oh, right. Guy who got beat up.
Yeah, that's me.
Justice, this is Harry. He's doing a little research for us. What's up?
I just heard from one of the old-timers. Now, this guy goes way back with Frank Smith. You're not gonna like it.
Well, let's hear it anyway.
Well, this guy, who would prefer to be nameless, told me that Councilman Blake went to Jack Boland about the trouble your wife is stirring up over that incinerator project. Now, Blake told Boland to get her off his back. So Boland went to Cusack, you know him?
Yeah, Frank's legal gun.
Right. But this Cusack hires some guys from out of state to put a scare into your wife. The same guys that put your lights out.
Boland set up my wife.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, and so will I. If they found out I spilled this to you.
They won't. Don't worry, Harry.
Good. I'm out of here.
Harry. Thanks.
Well, any friend of Sonny's and all the rest.
Luke, don't go running off. Let's think about it.
You're the lawyer. You think about it.
Luke, you're going to see Jack Boland, aren't you?
I think it's time we had a face-to-face.
All right, then. I'm going with you.
No, you're not. Look, you just got your stitches now. Stay here.
Luke, this is my battle.
Laura is my battle, Justice. This thing with Jack Boland just got real personal.
Donnelly.
Jack Boland was responsible for Laura Spencer's accident and the attack on Justice Ward. Somebody just told Spencer. What do you think happens next?
Who is this? I said, who is this?
He's dead. Looks like his neck's broke.
Why in the hell didn't you come to me first? You do, huh?
Yes, I do.
Here's a phone. I'll need that as soon as possible.
Got it. Justice, what's up?
Luke, how'd it go?
It went. I'm fine. On the other hand, Boland is dead.
What?
Yeah, so I'm sitting here at the police headquarters with Commissioner Donnelly, and it occurred to me that I probably need a good lawyer. You know one?
Luke, what happened?
Several unfortunate events, none of which bode well for me.
Luke, would you tell me, please?
Apparently somebody broke Jack Boland's neck and arranged for me to be there when the police showed up.
Oh, Lord.
So what I'm wondering is, do you think maybe a friend of mine could be setting me up?
Well, that will be our first line of defense. You sit tight. I'm on my way.
Yeah. Listen, did Laura get back?
No, not yet.
Okay, will you leave her a note for me? And, oh, wait, no, that's a bad call. Don't do that. No, I'll tell her myself. I'll get a hold of her later.
Luke, you sit tight. Don't say anything to the police until I get there.
My counsel says to relax, make ourselves comfortable. This may take a while.
Why don't we start with you telling me what you were doing in Jack Boland's office?
I had planned to have a conversation with him regarding some information that came to my attention.
What kind of information?
The fact that he was behind the harassment of my wife and the attack on my esteemed colleague.
Oh, it seems like a decent motive for murder, Luke.
The man said he planned to have a conversation with him.
I like to converse with people who are alive. Somehow it's more satisfying.
Who gave you the information about Jack Boland?
It was a tip over the phone.
Oh, I see. An anonymous tip. I mean, some total stranger calls you up, feeds you this information, you buy it, right?
Not a total stranger, an acquaintance of mine. Got the information from an acquaintance of his.
And the name of your acquaintance is what? Who?
These things happen, Commissioner. For example, how is it that you happened to show up right after Luke? I'm willing to bet that you got a phone call yourself.
As a matter of fact, just this I did. But if I read your earlier phone conversation with Luke, you had prior knowledge that your client was going to pay Jack Boland a visit, right?
I won't be commenting on that. Attorney-client privilege.
Thank you. This is the coroner's preliminary report. Body temperature indicates that the death occurred sometime between 5:30 and 6.
A good
6 p.m.
hour and a half before my client arrived.
Luke was there when I arrived. Who knows for sure when he arrived?
I do. He was with me from 9 o'clock in the morning until right before he left to see Jack Boland.
Isn't that swell? My attorney is also my alibi.
Convenient, isn't it?
Look, Sean, what are the chances that I am going to walk in there, wring the old guy's neck, and then sit around the office for a couple of hours?
Where were you then?
When the court proceedings were called off because of Edward's collapse, we went to my house. We were hanging out.
Any witnesses?
You doubt the veracity of my attorney? Ask my dog. Foster was there the
Why
whole
don't
time.
you just cut this comedy act of yours? Stop trying to con me, all right?
I'm not trying to con you, Sean. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Whoever it was that gave me the tip is somebody who's close to Frank Smith. And I guarantee you that that information came to me under Frank's orders, at the very least, with his blessing.
All right. Now you explain to me just how Frank fits into this picture.
All right, here's a hunch, just a hunch. The incinerator protest gets a little too close to Boland's substantial real estate holdings. Starts to squeeze him. So he gets a hold of somebody out of town, an old friend, to bring in some muscle to take care of my wife and Justice.
You heard Boland's testimony yesterday. He confirmed long-standing ties between himself and Frank.
Obviously, they're old cronies. Why would Frank turn on him now?
To prevent further testimony.
Got something else for you. Try this one on. Frank puts out a hit on Boland, knowing full well that if I find out that Boland's a guy who harassed my wife and beat up Justice, that I'm going to go after him myself. Then the whole thing is just a matter of timing, isn't it? All he's got to do is put you, me, and dead Jack in the same room together. I'm telling you, Frank set me up, Sean. And now he's sitting somewhere with a drink and a good laugh. And I am not taking any fall for any murder.
I don't suppose Sonny Corinthos was involved in this in any way. Right.
Sonny. As far as I know, Sonny Corinthos is in Puerto Rico working his butt off.